early in the morning here in Wisconsin. It's kind of early, so I'm still getting together. But I wanted to share a quick thing, because it just came on my mind. Like as I traveled across America to a lot of rural places, I started to understand that we're not really different. Yeah, we have cultural challenges that are different, and those things are significant, and they cannot be undermined and shouldn't be undermined, especially as Black folks. But I've run into some really cool white people that may align with things that traditionally me and my culture community, you know, don't respect or may not, want to interact with. And in a lot of cases, it's for good reason. But when you get outside of your community, you start to travel, you start to realize that the difference is not always the skin color. The difference is what people did when they faced adversity. So, for example, meeting people who have had challenges with, substances, and they battled their demons and still battling their demons, and how they speak on, our community, because they don't really know. They don't really meet. So, like, we don't really be meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't. It's not like we send a ambassador from our communities to go talk to one another to exchange experiences. We don't do that. But this job has done that. This job has made me an ambassador for my community, in the sense that I go and meet a lot of people that, some of my folks may not want to sit down with. And these tend to come out to be some cool ass people. Like, I've met some cool ass white dudes that are so different. And they go through their shit. They say they shit, they have their beliefs, but they respect you as a person because of how you carry yourself, how you speak for yourself, how you advocate yourself. Now, what I would say is there's a big difference in wealth, right? Even with Black people, like rich Black people versus, poor or middle class Black people. Yeah, that don't click either, because the experiences are not the same, right? And same with white folk. Rich white folk and middle class white folk or poor white folk, they don't always click with the top because the experiences are different. I met this cool ass dude, man. I ain't gonna say his name. He's so fucking dope. A lot of people I know would fuck with him because he's so dope. But there are people within my community that are probably not open their mind up to experiencing this guy, because like, they see the world different. They have different experiences, and sometimes they just be want to know, like, because they see a lot about us on TV. Same thing. Well, not the same thing. Being from New York, you get a hint of wealthy whites, and they have just a different. They have a different ideology all the way around, and those folks, I don't like. I've not had a chance to really sit in a room with them, and I would. But I don't think those are the kind of people I'll fuck with. But the middle class rural white folks who have their own businesses, they work hard, they love their family, they love Christ. It's not different from my folks. You know what I'm saying? The people I come from, shit. The business may be different, right? We may have online stores, or we may sell drugs. We may be doing something illicit, but we work. It's still hard work. It's still love for family. It's still taking those risks to do for family. So a lot of times, and I get caught up in that too. Like, I get caught up in my own world and my own community, and then I get very pro my community in the sense that I block out all interest of hearing the other side. But I don't want to make this a long video. I just want to say I woke up with that mentality. I met some cool ass people that if I wasn't doing this job that I'm doing, I would have never had a chance to sit down and experience. And like, that's the beautiful thing about life, man. We're not all the same. Some of us are fundamentally the same, but we all go through stuff, and we're all trying to get as much as we can out of this system that is designed to work against all of us unless we got millions. So I just want to say, like, if you get a chance to experience the other side or those communities that you grew up hearing about, and this is for whites and blacks, man, take the opportunity to talk to that other person, man. You never know, you might get to find out you got a lot more in common. And that's the biggest gift about the job that I do. I get to go to places that, you know what I'm saying, sometimes black folks should not be at by themselves. But because of the way I am and the way I carry myself, I'm not cool. I don't go around trying to act uppity. I'm not an uppity nigga. That's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm still me. You know, like I'm still Quavion. I'm still that boy from Baltimore. I'm still that boy that grew up in the hood. I'm still that boy that, but I'm also that boy that took the time to have those experiences and say, hey, I want something more. And that's why I could be an ambassador for my community. That's why I could sit down with people that others might think are racist or, just evil. A lot of times you gotta have a conversation. We don't want to have conversations. So, yeah, take the time to open yourself up to the experiences of others. That's where you're gonna really find the lessons in life. I'm not saying you need to go love the world, right? I always say I'm not God, I'm not Jesus. I'm gonna fall short of that a lot, especially when my energy clashes with, someone else's energy in a way that, yeah, I can't easily forgive. But a lot of time people are good people, man. They just don't know a lot about you. And the questions I be getting asked about New York and how it is so dope. It's almost charming in a sense because it's like, yeah, these people don't be around. They just hear shit from the news. They hear shit from TV. They hear shit from the people around them in their culture, in their circle. So how would they know? Of course they're going to have these preconceived notions. Same thing with us. But when you go and sit down and you have these experiences, you go to these places, you realize, damn, son. Like, I even met this lady, man. She a farmer. She was showing me her chicken, her animals and shit, and real sweet lady, real dope ass lady, man. Real cool white lady. Older white lady too, but a different kind of representative from my community. Probably wouldn't have understood how to interact with her or couldn't get past some of the nuances. Because, yeah, they do say some shit that come off as undertones of racism. And you don't have to excuse that. But sometimes you got to understand these people don't know you. You know what I'm saying? They just know what they experience. So when they see someone that is like, wow, he's so cool. He's so, he's articulate. He can express himself. He didn't blow up and try to beat my face in because I said something ignorant that I didn't really have any malice behind. You gotta sit down with people, man. And that's what I love about traveling. Yo, shout out to all y'all. Happy Sunday. God bless you. God is the ultimate power in this world. Do not run from him. Run to him. When he's showing you signs, open up your mind and your heart to see those things. But this video is about bridges and connections. We gotta bridge the connection. Especially if we want to better our community. It's not even about uniting the races. That's never gonna happen, right? But there are people within these races that can do a lot of good work together. So shout out to all my brothers from the other side and all the people from my community. I'm honored to be one of the ones that can go out and express that, share our culture, our community with people who may not understand it. So shout out to y'all.